When I got my own car, I didn't know what things to keep in it, because whenever you go places, you frequently forget something that will be very, very useful while you're driving. So today I got 10 things that will be very, very useful for you if you got a car. So let's jump straight into the list by starting with one of the most important things, and it will depend on which car you're driving. Unfortunately, modern cars start to get rid of this thing, which is a spare tire. I got this in my 2012 Volkswagen Jetta, but not everybody has this. And these days, manufacturers just put tire inflation kits. I don't know about you guys, but I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, and our roads are terrible. So it is very easy to get into the pothole and blow your tire. And thankfully, I got this spare tire with me all the time. In my opinion, this is one of the most important things you have to keep in your car 24/7. So please check if your car has a tire inflation kit or a spare tire. The next important thing I got in my car is tissues. And to be more precise, facial tissues. Let me show you. I always keep it in this area. It's very easy to reach. And I also got wet wipes, which I think are a must if you have a car. If you have messy friends or you just stepped into something nasty, you can just wipe it very, very fast with these. And it is just so convenient when someone comes into your car, your friend, let's say, and they ask for a tissue. And you always have one, dry or wet, it doesn't matter. And while we're here, let's discuss the next item, which is a hand sanitizer. I just got a new one because my last one just finished. Let's say you were doing something outside and there was not any washroom, or if you're from the US, people call it a restroom over there, and you couldn't wash your hands properly. So this thing, it's always a savior. I feel like it's a must, not only in your car, but just having it in your backpack all the time. And the next thing I wanted to show you is the dash cam. Here is the box for this dash cam. This is the Viofo A229 Pro. And let me show you guys that this dash cam comes in two pieces. If you go back here, you will see over there. So it always records your back of your car as well. Actually, this camera has 3 channels. The third one is optional if you want to film your interior as well. But when I started this channel, I promised myself that I would only sponsor companies that I trust myself. So Viofo recently reached out to me and said if I want to do a brand deal together. I already made a video about the A119 camera before on my channel. You can watch it in the pop-up banner right now, or I'll show you some of the footage on the screen at the same time. Of course, at that moment, I wasn't sponsored by Viofo, and I couldn't because I had only 900 subscribers at that point. But I just want to assure you that those guys are reliable, and I have used their products before. As I said, it's a dual-channel dashcam with true 4K front recording and 2K rear camera. And you can also install an optional interior cam as well. It's powered by the Sony Starvis 2 sensors, and what that means in real-world driving is crystal clear footage, day or night. Just look at the details here. You can see everything clearly, even in low light conditions. That's a big deal when something goes wrong and you need proof, whether it's for insurance, police reports, or just peace of mind. It's also got built-in Wi-Fi and GPS, voice notifications, and even parking mode, so it keeps an eye on your car when you're not around as well. Plus, the setup was very, very simple. I finished the whole process in under 30 minutes, and Viofo app makes it easy to review or download footage directly to your phone. Check out the Viofo A229 Pro using the link below and take your driving protection seriously. But let's go on a quick drive and discuss why having a dashcam is so important in our day. First of all, cars are super expensive nowadays, and it's becoming an investment even for some people. So you want to protect your investment in case of an accident. But when the accident happens, you don't know if the second party is going to be honest. And frankly, 2 bad situations happened to my dad because he didn't have a dash cam in his car. Both times he got hit by other car, and the other driver was denying his fault. So it was pretty much impossible for my dad to prove to his insurance that he was not at fault. Let's just think about it for a moment. If you can prove to someone that you were not at fault, you can save so much money, maybe even thousands of dollars at one time. But you only need to spend from $100 to $500 at the most for a good, decent dash cam. And if your dash cam is reliable and will last for a long time, you can use it in different cars of yours. Dash cams are also pretty useful for your own security. Let's say someone's trying to be aggressive towards you. They jump out of their car and try to threaten you by throwing something or coming up towards your car in a very aggressive manner. You have everything on camera. So you will always have this footage saved to show the police in case they will need proof that you're innocent. But let's stop somewhere here and discuss the next item on our list. And the next item is a tennis racket. Let's say someone is being aggressive towards you on the road, you got into the road rage, and now you have a weapon to go and... No, I'm just kidding, guys. Of course, I'm just playing tennis with my friends, and I just carry it all the time. But the real next item on our list is this tire pressure gauge. Let me show you how it works. This thing is pretty useful, but probably for people like me with older cars, which don't have the tire pressure gauge installed electronically in the car. So all you need to do is to get to your tire, remove the cap, turn on the tire pressure gauge, and here you go. It says 35.1, but it's better to do it when your car hasn't been running for a while. Maybe it's a good thing to do it in the very morning, because when tires get hot, they show a higher pressure. So it's probably at around 32, 33 psi, to be honest. But to check the appropriate tire pressure for your car, just go to your front door, and you can see it here. It says tire and loading information, and here it says what is the recommended cold tire pressure. As I said, you need your tires to be cold, so do it in the morning, and it has to be 32 for front, rear, and spare for all of my tires. So my tire is probably pretty good at 35 psi when it's hot, because it's probably going to come down to 32 when it's cold. Let's go for the next item, which is cleaning supplies. And I think it's pretty useful to have cleaning supplies in your car all the time, because you don't know what's going to happen. And it's pretty much impossible to drive properly when your windshield is dirty. So when you have a glass cleaner and you have a proper microfiber towel, it's very easy to clean your windshield if something goes wrong. The other cleaning supply I recommend are those disinfecting wipes as well. They're very useful for the interior cleaning, and if you have something sticky on your car. If you live in Canada or somewhere when it snows a lot, you have to get a snow brush like this one. So if you got lots of snow, you can just use this to clean your windshield and your windows. Very, very useful. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I will not go into details why you need this one. And same goes for climates when you have lots of rain. In Vancouver, we get rain pretty much half of the year. So having one of these in your trunk is a savior, especially for people like me who are forgetting things at home all the time. You will never forget your umbrella if you keep it right here. And let's go straight to the next item, which is a booster cable. Booster cable is a very, very underrated item to have in your car all the time. First of all, you never know when your battery will die. This car is 12 years old, and when I got this car, it only had 27,000 kilometers on it, so this car was not driven much, as you can tell. But the battery itself was the original battery from 2012. So when I drove it for a month and just let it sit with the interior lights on for half an hour, the battery had died. And I was filming my first ever review of my car. And I had to call my colleague to get me these booster cables and drive to my location to jumpstart my car. But after I've got those, I already helped 2 of my friends with their bad batteries. So these cables already saved 3 cars in 1 year. I think it's pretty impressive. So yeah, don't hesitate and get this as soon as possible. You will never know when you need it. And the second last thing I wanted to show you is the pen. It's always neat to have a pen on you all the time, because you never know when you need to write something down, or you come somewhere and they need your signature. You will always be able to do this. And for famous people like me, I can always give autographs at any moment. It's not like anyone asked me for an autograph yet, but to be honest, it's the sole reason why I keep this, for a future autograph. And the last item on my list is the flashlight. So the cool thing about this pen is that it's also a flashlight and a pen. So this thing checked 2 boxes on my list for both the flashlight and the pen at the same time, which is pretty neat. And this one is probably not that good because it's very small and it's a pen. I'll probably need to get a better one, to be honest, but it's better than nothing. And one item that I forgot is the first aid kit, but I don't have it in my car. That's why I didn't include it, but I probably should get one. And I know this is the first thing I'm gonna see in the comments, but if I missed any other items, please let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe if you're new to my channel. And as always, stay safe out there, keep enjoying the drive, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.